Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming. We've got a lot of different things going on in this video. I'm going to show you guys some purchases. I'm going to show you, we're going to do like a little bit of a product review. We're going to open up one of these unweighed Gym Hero booster packs for someone at the end of the video. I'm going to show you a few PSA returns, and I'm going to show you a card that was PSA graded wrong and some free cards by mail. None of it is terribly long, but we're going to kind of go through it. We'll save the pack opening for the end. If you guys watched the video before, I was trying to do at least 3 for the unweighed for video, but since this guy wanted his open up, he only had 1. I'm going to just do it in combination with the rest of the stuff. So for this stuff right here, I actually got this from Gino. He had sent me a lot of bulk stuff extra, and at the beginning of the video I had seen, like, I just picked up a few cards, and right off at the very top of it was a corrected Rockets Minefield Gem. For those of you who don't know what that is, if you look right there, it says if tails put damage counters. This is the one that you find most often, and then this one actually says if tails put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. So this is the more rare one. I collect errors and corrected cards, and there were some other Rocket Minefields, but that was the only one that was corrected. It was in the first like 10 cards, and I didn't find any other errors or anything like that, but I did pull out a few cards to show some of my favorite cards from the free stuff that he had sent in. Thought these kind of looked cool. Had some die cuts as well. Got the Butterfree and the Caterpie. Some clear cards. I just liked the way that one looked with the Mewtwo. I just watched this movie with my daughter, and then there's a Raikou promo from Pop Series 2. So thanks so much, Gino, for that. I really appreciate it. I also had Joking Pokemon asked me about this card right here. The PSA 7 Charizard. It really shouldn't be a PSA 7. So just looking at the backside, I mean, check out how heavy the edge wear is on this card. I can't sell it. There's no way I could sell this as a PSA 7. It's even got like little creases, you know, around those edges. I mean, it's like heavy fraying. Just from the back, I mean, you'd be talking like a 4. And then if you look at the front, I mean, it's no different. You can see it's got a big scratch right there, another big scratch right there. It's got several scratches on the front underneath. So this is just one of those cards that I just sat back and I say, hey, you know what? It's good to use as an example. You know, I might be able to squeeze a little bit of money out of PSA if I wanted to do something like that. But saying, you know, for the condition guarantee. But you got that Mewtwo, which is almost like Gem Mint, and it's graded a 2. And then you have something like this, which is terrible, probably a 3 or 4, and it's graded a 7. So sometimes that happens, but for the most part, PSA is a lot more consistent than I think than any other company. BGS does have that premium on the 10, but for the most part, you know, PSA is the way you want to go. That's why basically every game goes with all sports do. The only one that doesn't is Magic, and I guess they just like the fact that they have the 4 qualifiers on it. But if you've bought Magic cards that are BGS graded, you know how they are very, very inconsistent for anything below like an 8.5. Next up, I did have some PSA cards I sent out. This one was rejected. The Mewtwo was rejected because it didn't have the WB. And then my Nidoking here, this one was also rejected, said it was recolored, which makes me mad because what happened was they sent it back and it had these little white nicks on the bottom corners over here. And I actually bought this off, I can't remember the dude's name now, but he had come and saw me in person, and I looked at it in person. We both, you know, thought I had a pretty good shot out of 10, and it just didn't work out. They said it was recolored. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set it back in my binder for now, because I don't think it'll get a 10 now with those couple nicks that are on it. I think they basically damaged it and said it was recolored, so that puts me in a situation where I really can't do anything other than set it back in a binder. I mean, it's still got a shot at a 9, but it's probably about an 8 if I did resend it in and they graded it. Just make sure those are standing up. Some other cards from that submission I had, like this Blastoise. I knew it was going to be pretty low. 6 isn't too bad. You can tell from the back side of this one, like, it's much better than that Charizard. And it got a 6, and that's about the right grade for it. Next up, we got a Pikachu error. Remember, someone was trying to sell me one of these, and I offered him $100, and he was like, "No, dude, you're trying to rip me off." And his was in pretty bad condition. And so I was like, there's one right on eBay, and he's like, that's not real. So I went and bought it, and I got it for $85, and it come back as a near mint 7. So that one was a nice pickup. Got 2 Dark Persian errors, 1.8, 1.9. These are those ones I got from, was it Sports and More or something like that, or DJ Sports off of eBay. Got a nice swirl on that dark Persian. Can't really tell where that one is, but pretty nice there. And this one kind of rubbed me the wrong way too. If you look here on it looks pretty good, but then just keep your eye right there. Looks like someone went across with a pen or something, but they didn't count off on the condition for it, so it's weird. So this is another card that I probably wouldn't sell unless I was really descriptive about, you know, that damage that I found at the top. And then this one was the best of the lot. I did finally grade that Trainer Deck B Blastoise, and it come back a gem at 10, so I think that's a really nice prize from those PSA cards. Next up we have, I don't even know what this is. Here's the error pincer. My name is Sky Nicolite. Please mention my YouTube channel, Gyarados Guy. I think that's Guy. Gyarados Guy. G-U-Y-1. Gyarados Guy 1. Also, me on eBay, where I sell Pokemon lots, PSA cards, and more. Also, in this envelope is a free card to open it on vid. Thank you, Rusty Sky. And this is what he sent me, so I haven't even pulled it out of here. It's been sitting up here for over a week now. I just haven't had a chance to do this video. I wanted to make sure I had some other stuff in it, but it looks pretty cool. Looks like it's almost like it's like got a cloudy issue going on beside the guillotine attack. So that's really cool. Thank you so much. And let's see what else that you sent here. We'll do that. Oh, cool. So you sent a Pikachu. This is I know that they did like a Pokemon Day promo. I think it was 2009 for this card, but the Japanese version 113. I have no idea how rare this is, or if it is, or if it's not. But either way, really cool. Thank you so much for the free stuff. I appreciate that. I'll be sure to set back the note that I just ripped a little bit off of in my box where I keep my notes. Next up, we have. Let me go ahead and pull it out. This is kind of big to show. If you guys remember Rook cards or Route cards, the guy who had traded me that Lemon box, he had actually sent a business card and some like box protectors in it. And I didn't even notice that it was in there. What ended up happening was I thought it was just trash in the bottom, and I chunked it out. I was like, hey man, you need to go check this out. So let me stuff to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I got a fossil booster box right here. Might back up a little bit. And what he sent was a few of these. So I'm going to see how easy it is to put together here on camera. See how long it takes. I'm sure he has some on his eBay if you guys want to go check them out. Looks like maybe you probably fold the flaps in, I would think. Kind of like a card box. Maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bend this first. That way it's nice and crisp. So we'll see if anybody can see how long it takes me to do something like this. I'm seeing one benefit, you know, something like this could bring is like over the Sterilite flip top lid ones that I use, is the fact that it's a lot tighter around the box, so it could look a lot nicer. I don't know if I'm supposed to fold them in. Probably fold them down, but I'm going to leave it over the top of it for now. And I imagine these. Probably should have practiced this once or so before I checked it out, but I imagine those little pieces go in there, but I don't want to. I got this camera sitting in front of my face. So I'm just going to put it down on the top side right there, fold that one, and I imagine it hooks into those little pieces on the side. You can probably take the sides in But I think it's supposed to be meant to protect your box. It's a lot cheaper than the ones that I think at Lion's Heart or something like that sells. I'm sure he has instructions on it, but I don't want to pop the seal on my box accidentally or something like that. Like I said, I use the Sterilite flip top lids. Those are about $1, but this does look a lot more sleek, and it looks like it protects pretty close to the box. I imagine this would fit just about any of the Wizards of the Coast booster boxes, except for probably Skyridge, Expedition, you know, the ones like that, or the e-reader series, and Aquapolis. But so thank you very much, Root Cards, for that. Sorry if I butchered on the assembly of it. I haven't actually used one of those before, but it does look really nice, like it would fit it pretty tight. Next up we have, so this is Aloha Rusty. Thanks again for picking this up for me. Not sure if you've ever been to Hawaii, but anytime I make a trip to the mainland, my buddies ask me to bring this or these up for them. Hope you like chocolate. Mahalo, Evan. So what he sent me was, show the chocolate for a second. So I got some of these blisters. He sold these to me for, I think it was $55 each. That's pretty cool. I thought it was a decent price. There's some room there to make some money. So I'll probably end up throwing those into like collection boxes or something like that. Or the mystery boxes. Got 5 of them, and the chocolates that he sent was Maui Caramax, creamy caramel and macadamias covered in milk chocolate. So those do look good. Thank you very much for sending those. I'm sure my wife will get the majority of them. Then my girls, as soon as I open them up, they're like little vultures. I like to enjoy some of my food. Certain things like sweets, I take my time. Other things like pizza, I really like it, but for some reason I just like pile drive through it. But something like that I do kind of slow, and then everyone else eats all the other stuff. So last, we're going to open up a Unweighed Gym Heroes booster pack for Brooks, and hopefully he gets a holo, but we'll see. He's got a 1 in 3 shot, probably a little bit better than 1 in 3 shot from the holos that we've pulled, or the non-holos that we have not, or the non-holos that we pulled, the holos that we have not pulled so far. But I have sent out a few, or actually several packs to people who wanted to buy them and just keep them sealed. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be that card right there if it is a holo. Energy goes to the front. So we have Water Energy. We've got Brock's Zubat, Brock's Rhyhorn, Blaine's Tauros. That's probably one of my favorite artworks from the Gym series, on the non-holos anyways. We've got Brock's Mankey, Erica's Bellsprout, Lieutenant Surge's Magnemite, Erica's Weeping Bell, Misty's Wrath, and Brock's Training. Let's see what Brooks gets. And then for the rare or holo, he has, oh, he did get a holo. Check it out. He got Rocket's Hitmonchan. And it looks like part of swirls right there. But man, it looks really good. I'm not seeing any print line defects or anything like that. The backside corners look pretty good. Oh, got a little white nick down there. Looks like one on the corner and a smaller one there, but that's pretty good. I'm glad you got a holo, Brooks. Congratulations. I'll get these cards out to you as soon as you let me know if you want to have, well, if you don't want to have a PSA grade, I'll have them shipped out to you. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Probably my favorite card, I would say, is the Blastoise. Between that and, I mean, I like my Dark Persians, but between that and the Rocket's Minefield Gem, wherever I stuck that one, I mean, this one, it's hard to beat, you know, that Articuno, but I really wish it would have been in case. But hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and catch you guys around.